Alright. We're connected. After everyone left, Serica's words repeated again and again in my mind.
もしも特にそんな能力があったら、命を狙われるかもしれないってことでしょ?
If you did have that power, it might mean your life is in danger, right? There's a chance that all the victims of these murders, they were now calling them the return of the new gen madness, had psychic powers. That was the conclusion I'd reached as well. If I had the power that Kunosato-san and Aramura said I did, I could become a victim too. And Aramura had told me before.
あなた、殺されますよ。宮代拓先輩。
You're going to be killed, Miyashiro Takuro-senpai. Killed? Me? So she already knew for quite some time that I was a psychic, huh? What the hell was going on? Normally I'd be excited that my theory about psychic powers had been proven correct. But instead, why did I have to start worrying that they'd come after me? This doesn't make sense. For one thing, I couldn't use any psychic powers. See, I tried and nothing moved. I focused and nothing started floating. I knew for a fact I didn't have any powers, so even if other people said that I did. But what if the killer mistakenly thought that I did, the same way Aramura and Kutosato-san did? In that case, even if they were wrong, my life would still be in danger. No way, that's crazy. What was that sound? The door? It's not October 23rd yet, so you're safe. Again. Is it Gensan? Was someone here? But the others had just left. There's no one else who would come here. Maybe someone left their phone behind. No way. Could it be someone who wanted to kill me? No way. You're kidding, right? You've got to be kidding me. I can't use that. I don't have any powers. No. Stay back. Stay back. Well, they are really persistent on getting in. No, I'm not psychic. I'm not. But despite my pleas, the door slowly opened. Uh-oh. What the fuck was Gensan like? Couldn't even call out, couldn't even knock. It was just like, I gotta shake this fucking lock. What? What's all the racket?
Gensan.
Gensan. Hey Taku, I just got back. Don't scare me like that. I staggered back and sat down on the bed. And I was nice enough to bring you your favorite thing, too. Oh, I know. I bet you were hoping I was a little girly, huh? Of course not. Well, that's the way it is with boys your age, so here you go. Genson tossed me an issue of Cool Cat Press, then stuck out his hand. To be honest, I didn't feel like it, but
500円でいいの
is 500 yen enough?
毎度ありこれで今日もうまいビールが飲めるってな
Thanks for your business. Now I can enjoy another cold one.
少しは貯金とかしたら
Why not try saving up?
バカ野郎男は酔い越しの金は持たねえってな
You fool, a real man never saves up more money than he needs to get through the night. Why would you think that?
イカタクお前も男ならケチケチすんじゃねえぞじゃないと女子には
Listen up, Taki. If you're a man, then don't be stingy, else the girlies.
分かった分かった今日はもう帰って
Right, go home now.
男ならとこら
If you're a man, if you're a man. I didn't realize his bed was right next to the fucking door. Jesus. For some reason I thought the door was like behind the camera. I pushed Genzon out of the room and shut the door. The room became strangely silent once more. The occasional passing of a train seemed exceptionally loud, but when it was gone, the silence returned. Shibuya Station is very close. Once you got even a little bit away from it, it became like this. Normally I love the silence, but today I felt a little lonely. Don't Look, Audio Bleed, Revolving Dead, and now Sue Morbidly Obese. They all had stupid names, but they're all brutal murders. And
もしも特にそんな能力があったら命を狙われるかもしれないってことでしょ
if you did have that power, it might mean your life is in danger, right?
くそ冗談じゃない
Damn it. There's no way. I flipped open a new Cool Cat Press to take my mind off of it. The page read, polish your hidden talents to make girls love you. I just realized something. There's something different. There's another commonality between all of the murders. It's not just any Gigalomaniac that gets killed. Every single Gigalomaniac or every single psychic that was killed thus far has made a killing off of their powers. So, Don't Look. This guy made a show, TIL, I Can Predict the Future or whatever. And then there's Audio Bleed. She was a artist with a big following. Then the third one, there's Kakita, which was extremely successful at a sales job. And then you had, what was it? Watabe, who was an extremely famous journalist. So maybe the grudge isn't just against any and all Gigalomaniacs, but specifically Gigalomaniacs who use their powers to, like, reach the upper echelons of society. Or, like, who use it to their advantage in normal life. October 12th, 2015, Monday.
はい、終わり。
Okay, all done.
ありがとう、ユイ。悪いわね。
Thanks, Yui.
いいっていいって。のの姉にはいつもいろいろ任せっきりなんだもん。私だってもう子供じゃないんだし、こういう時くらい頼ってよ。
It's nothing. You always do so much for us. I'm not a kid anymore, so you can count on me when you need me. Yui smiled as she finished disinfecting the wound and applying gauze. Nono was a little surprised to see her smile looked just like an adult's. Yu and Yuto had come to Alba dorm at almost the same time as Nono and Takaru. At first, they were still young and it took time for them to get used to life here, but now they're an indispensable part of life at the dorm. Of course, 6 years had passed now, so perhaps that was only natural. That's right, people can get used to anything. As Nono thought that to herself, she then thought about how long 6 years truly was and softly patted Yui on the head.
どうしたのののね。
What is it, big sis?
なんでもない。大きくなったなって。
No, it's nothing. I just realized how much you've grown up.
何急に。
Where'd that come from?
だからなんでもないんだって。ちょっと思っただけ。
I told you, it's nothing. I was just thinking about it. And at the same time, she thought to herself, I have to protect this no matter what. The things that she'd built up for the last 6 years. Her family. I really hope this isn't a death flag. And...
いいののね。また勝手に動き回って悪化させちゃダメなんだからね。
Listen, big sis, don't go running around making it worse again, okay? The way Yui stood up and when she talked was just like Nono did. It felt a little embarrassing to watch.
ごめん。
I'm sorry.
それにしてもタクル兄もタクル兄だよね。痛がってるののねを置いてどっか行っちゃうなんて。
Anyway, what's wrong with Big Bro? How could he just leave you when you were in pain?
口では文句ばっかり言っててもタクル兄は本当は優しい人だって思ってたのにさ。
And here I thought that even though he complained a lot, he was still a nice person at heart. I guess I was wrong.
そう言わないであげて、ユイ。タクルはタクルなりにいろいろあるのよ、きっと。
Don't say that, Yui. I'm sure that Takaru has his own problems to deal with.
いろいろって？
Like what?
それは。
Well... Nana knew that Takaru didn't want to hurt her. Takaru was just struggling as hard as he could. Against the circumstances he found himself in, against the world. However...
わからないけど、いろいろよ。いろいろ。
I don't actually know what they are, but I'm sure that he does.
変なの？
That's weird. He still didn't realize that sometimes the only thing doing that brought was sadness. That it kept Takaru's past a secret for his own sake. There's nothing to be gained from digging up the awful truths of the past. Oh, let me guess. His parents were killed. Or murdered as part of something related to the experiments that Kurusu was a part of. Takaru knew that. Okay. So why?
とにかくもうしばらく安静にしておくこと。これは父さんからの命令でもあるんだから。わかった？
Maybe Kurusu feels like if Taku finds out the truth that Kurusu was complicit in the experiments, then Takaru will never interact with Kurusu again, and it'll tear the family apart. Anyway, you need to stay in bed until you recover. That's an order from Dad. Got it?
はいはい。
Right.
返事は1回。
Saying it once is enough.
はい、わかりました。
Right, got it.
よろしい。
Very good. Yui said the line that normally Kurusu would say, then left the room. Kurusu chuckled as she watched her go. And then she took her phone off the side table. A moment after she turned it on, the phone's wallpaper appeared. It was a photo of her family, her dad, Yuto, Yui, and Takaru with a blank expression on his face. It was one of her most important treasures. She stared at it for a long time, and after a moment's hesitation, opened the photo gallery on the phone. There was Takaru mixed in, along with many of her memories. So she also has that image on her phone. I was just checking to make sure this wasn't actually Taku's phone that she had. He had the same flat look on his face, almost made her laugh out loud. At the very bottom of the gallery is a picture dated a long time ago. It was taken 6 years ago, just before the earthquake. There are 3 children in the picture. Nono, Kawahara, and one other. Suddenly she heard a knock at the door. Every time I hear a knock, I'm gonna be fucking worried. I don't care what it is. She quickly hid the phone behind her back. Why? Big sis, can I come in?
何？
What is it?
お友達が来てるよ。お見舞いだって。
Your friend's here. She said she came to check on you.
友達？
My friend? Oh no way. Hey there. Circa softly opened the door and came inside.
元気？
Doing good?
元気だったらこうして寝てないから。
If I was doing good, I wouldn't be lying in bed like this.
ああ、そっか。じゃあまたにするね。
Oh, right. I'll come back another time then.
冗談よ冗談。入って。
I was just kidding. You can come in.
うん。
Okay. Circa came aside, moving a little more carefully and softly than she usually did. She sat down next to the bed.
お茶とか持ってきた方がいい？
Should I bring something to drink?
ああ、いいよ。お構いなく。
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about me.
ありがとう、ゆうと。
Thank you, Yuto.
じゃあ。
Okay, bye.
へへへ。
Circa smiled. She watched the door close.
何？
What is it?
ゆうとくんもしっかりしてきたなーって。
I just think that Yuto-kun's really grown up.
まだ甘えん坊だけどね。
Well, he still needs to be coddled at times, though. Yuto is shy, particularly around people older than him, but he seemed to be okay with Serika. Though that was probably because Serika had been around Hakaru for so long.
それで？
So.
え？
Huh?
ここに来た理由よ。
The reason you came here.
お見舞い。
To check on you.
怪我の具合なら電話でも話したでしょ。なのにわざわざ来るなんて。
I told you how I was doing on the phone, you know, so why did you come here regardless?
やっぱのんちゃんにはかなわないな。
I guess I really can't fool you, Non-chan.
当たり前。で、どうしたの？
Of course not. So what is it?
ちょっとね。のんちゃんの様子がおかしいなって思って。
Well, I was just thinking that you're acting kind of weird.
私が？
I was?
電話の声がね、元気がないなって。
Yeah, you sounded pretty down over the phone.
何言ってるの？怪我してるんだから元気がないのは当たり前でしょ？
What are you talking about? I got hurt. Of course I'm not feeling well.
それはそうなんだけど、なんて言ったらいいかな。
That's true, but I don't know how to describe it.
とにかく変だなって思ったの。だから来たの。
I just thought something was off in a different way, so I came by.
セリカ。
I guess I really can't fool you either, Nono thought to herself.
のんちゃん？どうしたの？具合悪い？
What's wrong? Not feeling well?
そうじゃない。そうじゃないの。ただ。
No, that's not it. That's not it. It's just... Nono hesitated for a moment and slowly took the phone out from behind her back. There was only one thought in her heart. I have to protect everyone. That was all. If she couldn't change things, they'd be put in danger. Takaru, her family, the rest of the newspaper club. So Nono made her decision. She was going to shut down the club? But she couldn't say until now. what she didn't say until now. She'll tell everyone.
のんちゃん？
セリカ言ってたわよね。例の病院の地下でその南沢千里っていうこの情報を見たって。
Serika, you said you saw information on a girl named, Minamisawa Senri in that hospital basement, right?
うん。
Yeah.
これ
Look at this. It was the picture Nono had been looking at a moment ago. There was Kusunono, Kawahara Masahi, and one more child. Is she part of the student council?
のんちゃん、これって。
Oh, right, because they were childhood friends, Kawahara and Kurusu. I forgot about that. I just find it hard to picture. Anyways, Non-chan, this is... So when she wants to get revenge on the people that abandoned her, is she referring to these two? Or Takaru and Onoe? Probably not Takaru and Onoe. There's no way they can be identified from just a sideways glance in the darkness. It's probably talking about these two. The connection is a lot stronger anyway, so it probably has to be them.
それではここでもう一度こちらの歴史シールがどういうものかを見てみましょう。
Alright, let's take another look at what we know about these sumo stickers.
まずこの歴史シールというものが最初に街中に貼られ始めたのは2007年頃だそうですが、果たして誰が何のために貼り始めたものなのか詳しいことは分かっていません。
These stickers first started to appear around the city in 2007. We don't know who put them up or why.
ただのいたずらだとも、あるいは宗教的呪術的な意味があるとも言われていますが、それも単なる噂の域を出ません。
It's said that they were simply a prank or that they have some kind of spiritual religious significance. But neither of these theories are anything but more than rumors.
ただこの歴史シールが最近になって大量に貼られ始めたのには何らかのメッセージが込められているのではないかとインターネットなどでは話題になっているということですが、
The majority opinion online is that these stickers have been appearing in such large numbers lately because they contain some sort of message.
ここで若者のサブカルチャーなどに詳しいゲストの方を。
No, it's got me thinking. This isn't really relevant, but if Takaru's power is psychokinesis or telekinesis, how was he able to turn on the monitors in the hospital basement? Did his mind just like find the power button, the master power button or whatever? Or find a breaker or something? Like, how? Anyways, we'll ask our guest who's familiar with youth subculture. Here too. Or here too?
誰が何のためにやってるのかわからないなんて気味悪いですよね。
It's eerie that we don't know who's doing it or why. And here.
この歴史シールと言われるものがデザイン的にどうであるかという点を考えてみますと、
When you look at the design of the stickers themselves, every channel I looked at was talking about the sumo stickers. The world was talking about the sumo stickers a lot more than I expected them to. Everyone was getting excited over old news and old theories. But none of them had reached the same conclusion I had yet. Well, of course they hadn't. It was way too far-fetched. But a while ago, I'd been confident. I've been sure of my theory. Kunosato-san and Aramura had confirmed it. But I didn't believe in it anymore, or more specifically, I didn't want to believe it. Because if those powers existed, it meant that I might become a victim too. I might eat my own hand, or rip open my own stomach and shove a speaker inside, or have my head ripped off, or get my stomach filled with pieces of paper with faces on them. I might meet the same end as all the others. A sliced arm. A bloody stomach. A severed head falling off its neck. Eyes that wept blood. A wide open mouth. Sumo stickers pouring out of it. If that happened to me. No. No, 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 no. No way. I don't want that. No.
ではもう一度実物をご覧いただきましょう。これが歴史シールと言われるものですが、
Let's take another look at them. These are what people call sumo stickers. Close-up of the sumo sticker appeared on screen as the announcer spoke. The inside saw I leapt from my chair, hallucinating that all the nightmares I'd seen so far were real booted and attacking me. I closed my eyes so that I couldn't see the sticker.
"一説によりますと、これはデザイン学校の学生が自己表現のために貼り始めたという話もありますが、どんな理由であれ迷惑行為であることに変わりはありません。
One theory says that a student at a design school started putting them up as a form of creative expression, but whatever the reason, it's been nothing but a huge nuisance ever since. I fearfully opened my eyes and tried to catch my breath. The sticker on the screen was still staring at me with its creepy face, but nothing had happened to me. That's a fake. I'd seen the 11th Rorschach image in the basement of that hospital. That was the real sumo sticker. And it had a terrifying effect on me. But many of the stickers that were showing up around town were fakes. Put up by people hoping to be part of the latest fad. They had no effect on... They had no effect at all on me. Don't scare me like that, damn it. What's wrong? Oh my gosh, she was right out there. I finally calmed down, so I suddenly heard a loud voice next to me. I jumped up again. Are you okay, Taku? I recognized the voice, but I still fearfully turned around. Hey, what happened? Wait, Onoe. I suddenly felt so tired that I almost dropped straight to the ground, but I managed to stop myself. What the hell are you doing?
それは私が言いたいよ。タクってば外に聞こえるくらい大きな声出して、近所のみんなびっくりしてるよ。
That's what I want to know. You screamed so loud that everyone outside could hear you. All the neighbors are scared for you.
今のは発声練習だ。
I was doing voice training.
本当に？
Really? Sarka looked at me worried.
でもタク、顔が真っ青。ひどい汗だし。
But Taku, you're so pale and you're sweating badly. Sarka took a handkerchief out of her pocket and tried to wipe away my sweat.
いいよ、自分でやるから。
It's fine. I'll do it myself. I grabbed the handkerchief from her and scrubbed the sweat off my forehead.
これ、明日洗って返すから。
I'll wash this and give it back to you tomorrow.
気にしなくて OK だよ。タクの汗だったら汚いとか思わないし。
You don't need to worry about it. I don't think your sweat is especially dirty or anything.
少しは気にしろよ。で、こんな時間に何の用だ？
You should. So anyway, what do you want at this hour? I put the handkerchief in my pocket. Her face took on a much more serious expression than usual as she slowly began to talk.
あのね、のんちゃんの話をね、聞いてあげてほしいの。
I want you to talk to Non-chan and hear her out.
クルスの今から？
Kurusu? Right now?
のんちゃんはね、明日でいいって、学校が終わったら青葉寮に来てほしいって言ってるけど。
She said she wanted you to come by Alba dorm after school tomorrow.
でも本当はタクにすぐにでも聞いてほしいんじゃないかなって思うんだ。
But honestly, I think she... Well,
でも本当はタクにすぐにでも聞いてほしいんじゃないかなって思うんだ。
honestly, I think she actually wants to talk to you right now.
そんなに大事なことなのか？
Is it that important?
うん、私が話しちゃってもいいんだけど、のんちゃん自分でお話ししたいって。
Yeah, I could tell you, but Non-chan says she wants to tell you herself.
そうか。
I see. Circa never took anything this seriously. It really must have been something important.
わかった。これから青葉寮へ行ってみる。
Alright, I'll go over there now.
オッケー。さすがタク、優しいね。
Okay, that's my Taku. Oh, so nice. She grinned and giggled a little, then grabbed the handkerchief out of my pocket.
いいからいいから、タクの汗の匂いをじっくり堪能するんだ。
Don't worry, I'm just gonna enjoy the smell of your sweat.
やめろよ。
Don't say that.
それじゃあまた明日。
Hey, see you tomorrow. She squeezed her gator frog strap to say goodbye and spun around and left the RV.
たく。
Sheesh. I watched her go until she was out of the park.
クルスの大切な話。
Kurusu wants to talk about something important? As soon as she was gone, I tried to think. What could she want? Did it have something to do with what happened? The idea scared me a little, so I got ready as soon as I could and left the RV. I hurried down the usual route I took to Alba dorm, but... Uh-oh. Something was different. Something wasn't the same as it had been before. Something was wrong. I didn't notice anything different when it came down here on the way home from school. So what was this strange, dissonant feeling? What? The real ones? The walls, the fence, the streetlights, stickers were staring at me from all directions. And all of them were real. Not one of them was fake. It was the eerie 11th Rorschach image. The scenery in front of me suddenly warped and twisted. I felt the mountain view I just drank coming back up my throat, and I tried my hardest to keep it down.
やめろ。見るなよ。僕を見るな。僕は能力者なんかじゃない。お前たちに狙われることなんてないんだ。
No, don't look at me, don't look at me, I'm not a psychic, there's no reason for you to come after me. No, even if Aramoran couldn't have sought to her right and it did have some kind of power. It was only a tiny little power which I couldn't master, wasn't even good for anything.
だから僕なんか狙っても意味ないんだよ。やめてくれよ。
There's no point coming after me, leave me alone. I mean, if my hypothesis was correct, that she only goes after people who use their powers to, like, succeed and gain status, then Tucker wouldn't fall into that category because he's barely mastered it. baby sounds. What was that sound? Sounds like a cat in heat. No, wait. Is this the sound of a baby crying? But there shouldn't be any babies in this park. So what the hell's that sound? Immediately after I thought that all the stickers were staring at me, smiled, and then slowly opened their eyes. Their eyes. Opened. No. No, 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 no! Well, let's hope there's no security cameras nearby. I ran as fast as I could, not caring where I went. I just need to escape from the 11th Rorschach somehow. But... no matter where I went. No matter where I went. Here. And here. And here. There were so many of them. Were there really this many sumo stickers in Shibuya? How did I never notice before? Stop it, stop it, stop it, please just stop! No matter where I went, it was like they were following me. I had no idea how long I've been running from the phantoms of the sumo stickers, but no matter where I ran, the entire city of Shibuya was covered in sumo stickers. Each time I saw one, I felt sick and dizzy, as if I was going to throw up. Add that to the exhaustion from running, I was barely able to keep standing. Just when I reached the conclusion that there was nowhere left in Shibuya for me to rest anymore. Ended up here. I saw a silhouette crouched in an alley. It was a person clutching their arms to their tiny body. They looked like a stray cat. It was so different from the girl I was used to that I initially thought I just mistook her for someone I knew. Hinae? She also running from all the sumo stickers? When she looked up, I realized that it was her.
Harimura.
宮代先輩。
何してるんだよ。こんなところで。
What are you doing here?
ちょっと気分が悪くて、あれのせいで。
I don't feel good because of those. Can't they just close their eyes? I mean, I guess once they open them again, then... yeah, whatever. Okay. Armor pointed behind her, but didn't turn around. But that was enough to tell me what she was pointing at.
力士シールか。
The sumo stickers.
そっか。先輩も
I see. You too, senpai?
先輩もひどい顔してる。ダメなんでしょあれ。
You look terrible, senpai. You can't bear to look at them, can you?
違う。僕は。
No, I... I didn't want to admit it. If I admitted it, that would mean that I had a special power like Aramura, and that my life would be in danger. That would mean that instead of me going after the case would be coming after me.
なんだか急に数が増えたと思いませんあれ。
Is it just me, or are there more of them all of a sudden? Aramura's voice is so soft that it was hard to hear.
今テレビなんかでも話題になってるから情弱度まで寄ってたかって張りまくってるんだきっと。
They're talking about it on TV a lot right now, so I'm sure all the wrongsiders are sticking them up everywhere.
しかも偽物だけじゃなくて本物のシールまで迷惑です。
And not just the fakes, the real stickers too. It's really annoying.
まったくだ。そういう連中はすぐに飽きるとは思うけど。
You said it. I think people like that are gonna get sick of it soon, though.
だといいんですけど。
I hope so.
とりあえず青葉院へ行こう。
Anyway, let's go to Alba Clinic.
僕やクルスが育った養護施設だ。そこなら診察室があるから具合が悪くても休める。
That's the care facility where Cruz and I grew up. There's an examination room there, so even if you're not feeling well, you can get some rest.
はい、すみません。
Right, thanks.
立てるか。
Can you stand?
それくらいはできます。
I can at least do that much on my own. She forced herself to smile, then ignored my outstretched hand and stood up by herself. Getting to Alba Dorm was a miserable experience. I could feel the influence of the sumo stickers increasing with every step I took.
大丈夫か。
Are you okay?
はい。
Yes. Or so she said, but she didn't look good. And I wasn't in any position to be worrying about anyone else either.
早く青葉寮へ。
Hurry, just get to Alba Dorm. That was the one thought that drove me forward. But suddenly... Oh, Grg. I mean, you should be safe because it's on October 23rd. She appeared before us. A woman. It was a woman with a strange presence. If we'd been on one of Shibuya's typically crowded streets, I doubt I ever would have noticed her. On this empty street, she was impossible to miss. Her long hair covered most of her face, and because the streetlight was behind her, I couldn't read her expression at all. But I could see the strange hungry light that shone from her eyes, through the thick hair that otherwise concealed her features. It was a dark light, one that somehow brought a deeper darkness, not illumination.
先輩。
Armoro's voice was shaking. She realized how strange the woman was, too. And then... my eyes met hers. The next instant... she laughed, or so it seemed to me. Her laugh was empty, but at the same time somehow satisfied. It was a laugh like evil itself, and it was like nothing I'd ever heard before in my life. Because she found her next victims. She knows who's a gigalomaniac, because if they were a gigalomaniac, they would have ended up here. And then, in a raspy, unpleasant voice, she spoke.
見つけた。
I found you.
この女やばい。
This girl is bad news. Alarm bells went off inside my mind.
やばい。絶対やばい。やばい。やばい。やばい。やばい。やばい。
Bad. This is bad. 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 My knees started to buckle. My instincts told me that she was dangerous. Armor was staring at the woman, not moving a muscle. No, she probably couldn't move even if she wanted to. It was like we were paralyzed.
先輩、あの人。
Senpai. That woman. Aramura barely squeezed out the words.
多分能力者です。
I think she's a psychic. A psychic. I didn't want to admit it, but just looking at the woman in front of me was enough to dash all my hopes.
どこにいるんだ
Psychics are real. This woman, her very existence is enough to make me believe.
有村
If she puts up 11th Rorschach images, wouldn't she have a reaction to them? I guess maybe she's not the one putting it up. Or maybe she is, I don't know. Aramura.
なんですか？
What is it? Maybe they intentionally tried to create a Gigalomaniac that would find other Gigalomaniacs candidates? I don't know.
あの女の能力ってのはどんな
What's her power? I didn't know about any of the Gigalomaniac's powers besides Aramura's. But from what I'd seen so far, some of them are a lot more dangerous than the ability to tell when someone is telling the truth. There had to be more types, for instance, ones that could be used as weapons. And there were no doubt in my mind that this woman had that sort of power.
くそこんなことならちゃんと調べておくべきだった
Damn it, if I'd known this was going to happen, I would have done more research. It didn't matter whether I believed or not. How could I not have the information I needed at a time like this?
有村
そんなの私にもわかりません。
I don't know either.
テレパシーなのか、プレコグニションなのか、クレアボヤンスなのか。ただ
It could be telepathy, it could be precognition, it could be clairvoyance. But I mean, I'm sure you can have replica abilities, like I'm sure you can have the same ability as someone else. Ormore's eyes were fixed on a single point, she probably couldn't look away.
あの人の能力はもっと危険な、人に害を与える力だと。
I think her power is more dangerous, her power is something that can hurt people. She gonna take out a DI sword? The woman starts sluggishly walking towards us. Slowly, slowly. I finally realized that the reason she seemed to be off balance as she walked was because she was dragging one of her legs. Maybe she'd injured it, or maybe had never worked right to begin with. She approached us one step at a time, as if enjoying her fear. She took another step. A horrible smile was frozen on her face. Her eyes were looking straight at us as she didn't want to let her prey escape.
逃げなきゃダメだ
I have to get out of here. But my body wouldn't move. My body had turned to stone. Like I've been stared at by Medusa. Is that her power? And then suddenly the wind blew. The woman's long hair flew up, and I could see just a little bit of her face. Armora gasped. The woman had been terribly burnt. Her face was covered in horrible burn scars. The smile disappeared from her face. Instead, it was replaced by rage. There was nothing there but burning rage and the color of anger. She slowly brought her hands up, and then pushed them out towards us. Oh shit.
Senpai!
Right, she's the serial arsonist, I guess. Armor screamed to pull my hand as hard as she could. Pillar of flame sprung up right where I was standing. There was a blast of heat and the awful stink of burning asphalt. A burning pain ran down through my cheek as the heat struck it. What was that? Pyrokinesis! Well, I guess we know she's not the one putting up the sumo stickers. She waved her arm, and the next moment the space in front of me was a sea of crimson flames. Armor and I tried our best to get away from the fire.
パイオキネシスって
Pyrokinesis? I knew that meant the ability to create fire. If I remembered right, it was a word created by a famous novelist. All over the world, there was historical records of unexplained fires breaking out for no clear reason. Spontaneous human combustion, where a human body would suddenly burst into flame, was one form those incidents took. Of course, spontaneous human combustion was considered pseudoscience, as most scientists believed those incidents were actually caused by static electricity or electromagnetic waves. And now, real pyrokinesis was happening right in front of me.
先輩、何ボケっとしてるんですか。
Senpai, why are you just standing there? Next thing I knew, the woman was stretching her hands out towards me. I rolled along the ground with armor at almost the exact same moment the fire exploded outwards. The smell of burning hair stung my nostrils.
やだ、髪の毛が。
No, my hair!
言ってる場合か
There's no time to worry about that. We kept moving away, only barely dodging the burning flames. Pillar after pillar of fire appeared behind us. It looked like the flames had spread out to a bike and some garbage that were lying by the roadside, but I didn't have time to check. The woman was getting closer, dragging her leg as she walked.
有村
I tried to grab her flame and run. So I doubt she was inside the Noah too, right? That doesn't make sense. But... Fire appeared right in front of us, and as we tried to dodge it, we both lost our balance and fell to the ground. The planter next to us was on fire. I looked up as the footsteps got closer and saw the woman was right on top of us. She's going to kill us. That was what was going through my mind as I was lying there frozen in terror. This wasn't an anime or movie, this was reality. The pain from where it hit my leg when I fell, the pain from the burns. All these flames smelled melted asphalt. It was all real. Kunosato-san had said that Gigalomaniac's powers came from delusions, not just any delusions. These delusions affected the brains of others, and through being shared they became reality.
物理現象すらねじ曲げるんだよ。ギガロマニアックスの妄想と、それによって共通認識化された現実は
The delusions of Gigalomaniacs and shared reality they create are capable of altering the physical world itself.
だからこそ、それはこの上なく危険なんだ。
That's what makes them so dangerous. Yes, and because of that, impossible pyrokinesis was happening right in front of me. And that power was going to kill me and Aramura. Delusional flames had become reality. In that reality, we're going to be burnt to death. The woman slowly pointed her hands towards us. Maybe I was imagining up the air around me seemed to grow hotter.
いや
I don't want to die. I don't want to be roasted to death by these flames. I don't want to die. No, 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 no. I don't. I don't want to die yet. A bigger spiral of flame than any we'd seen before appeared before us, at the same time. Whoa, you're gonna awaken? Something strange appeared in the corner of my eye. Is this why she attacks Gigalomaniacs, to help awaken them? Frighteningly sharp, but also frighteningly fragile. Infinite and finite, phantasmal and real, I'm so glad Takaru is so much better at awakening than Takumi. Jesus Christ, Takumi was such a fucking chud. Like all the ugliness and beauty in the world have been compressed into one object. Ooh. So he kind of has like a... There's like spokes of a bicycle? I don't know. Kind of goes out. It's a unique design. Not as cool as Aramura's, but it was a DI sword. It was clearly a different shape than Aramura's, but still I could see it. Since I didn't know how to summon it, I just desperately struck the woman with every delusion I could muster. I imagined the sword slicing through her flames. And flung that image at her with my delusions. Are you gonna kill her? The burning fangs that threatened to engulf the two of us exploded. Wasn't Hanai able to summon her sword? And then the fire danced like a snake. It flew in a straight line towards the woman who had created it. The fire turned into a spiral that leapt at her. She fell over in shock. Senpai, what was that? Was that my power? To deflect things? Well, I hadn't been looking. My DI sword had vanished from my vision. Oh, telekinesis. Okay. Right, so I guess it confirms it, because that pushing that flame back would be something you can do with telekinesis. Senpai, let's get out of here. Armor suddenly fell silent. I turned to see what she was looking at. As the air rippled from the smoke and heat of the flames, the woman slowly stood back up. I gasped at the color of her eyes. The fire that had been there a moment ago was gone. The light that burned with hatred was gone. Now there's only ice. Her eyes are ice, frozen, emotionless, and piercing. Aramura and I couldn't move. Slowly. Slowly. Despacito? With an unsteady rhythm. The woman approached us. And then she stopped a few steps away. Okay, let's say this is Mina Misawa Senri. Why would Karusu call Mina Misawa Senri to go and kill Takaru? Or go and kill Aramura? I guess it really was just to awaken them, right? Smoke was rising off a garbage bin behind us. The planter next to us was making a crackling noise from the heat. There was nowhere to run before us, behind us, or anywhere else. I couldn't even hear the bustle of the town, but the beating of my heart sounded even louder. The sound of my saliva running down my throat, the sound of my breathing, the sound of my blood flowing through my veins. All of those sounds were proof that I was still alive. But soon they would be gone. They would all disappear inside those burning flames. My legs shook. My eyes blurred with tears. Please, no. I don't want to die yet. I could barely speak, but the woman's expression didn't change, not even a little. As she raised her hand towards me, I closed my eyes. I'm about to... Why are you not taking this opportunity to run away? She stopped because you awakened your sword? Huh? I slowly opened my eyes. And then... the woman was gone. Are we saved? Oh, do you think this scarecrow woman is actually a red herring? Because we know now that this scarecrow woman is the serial arsonist, which I imagine is different than the new gen killer. So I imagine Karusu was like, hey, Minimus Ala Senri helped Hakaru awaken his DI sword so that he can protect himself from the new gen killer. All the strength drained from my body and I collapsed to the ground. I thought I was a goner. I thought she would kill me for sure. No, until a moment ago she was definitely going to kill me. I could tell from her eyes. They were cold without a trace of doubt, uncertainty, or hesitation. So why'd she suddenly disappeared?
Arimura.
I looked up and saw that Aramura was standing there, staring at the spot where the woman had disappeared.
先輩。
どうしたんだ有村。もしかしてまだ何か。
What's wrong, Aramura? Is there something else?
そうじゃないんです。ただ。
No, that's not it. It's just...
ただ。
It's just...
怖くて動けない。
I'm too scared to move. I noticed her hair ties were black instead of white. I don't know if that's because of the darkness or because she used a different hair tie or because of something different. Is this it?
とりあえずここなら平気だと思う。
I think we should be safe here. After the attack by the Pyrokinetic woman, I had finally gone to Alba Dorm with Aramura. I could probably get treatment for my burns here.
閉まってるか。
It's closed, huh? Isn't this where you live? Oh well, the front door was locked. I've been so busy running that I'd forgotten how late it was. It's open from 3 a.m. to 12 a.m. 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So it's 4 hours. That doesn't sound right. 3 a.m. to 12 a.m.? I don't know if they do it differently. Whatever. Anyways, I've been so busy. Okay.
鍵まだ隠してあるといいけど。
I hope the key's still where it used to be. I've been given a key to the dorm, but I didn't usually carry it on me. But back when I lived here, there was a spare key hidden on the ground, so I decided to look for it. That certainly can't be a terrible idea. There it is. Fortunately, the key was right where I remembered it. Hopefully no one sees you picking it up. Part of me thought it wasn't a good idea to leave it in the same place all the time, but today I was grateful for that.
Hora, そこへ座って。
You can sit there. As I went into the exam room, Aramura stood still hesitantly by the entrance. I motioned for her to sit in the exam chair.
その怪我の治療だけど。
Your wounds.
ご心配なく、これくらいなら自分でできますから。
Don't worry, I can take care of this myself.
そう。
I see. Good. I've gotten a little used to it, but I still didn't like the idea of touching her skin.
ああ、消毒液とかこれ使って。
Oh, you can use this as a disinfectant. I got some medicines, some cotton wool, and some adhesive bandages off the shelf and handed them to her. Since it was a clinic, a lot of the medicines were for use by professionals, but they were labeled in clearly written Japanese. There's no way I could screw them up. Every time a new drug came in, it was Cruz's job to make the label and stick it on. She always said that if she didn't, Yui, Yuto, and I might take some by accident. She'd always been the type to worry about things like that. I'd always been told to make sure to straighten my shoes up when I took them off, or not to put my socks in the laundry inside out. Straighten my shoes up when I took them off? Okay. She made me help with a lot of cooking too, didn't she?
って何考えてんだ僕は。
Wait, why am I thinking about that now? I shook my head, shocked that I was thinking about those things when something much more important was going on.
宮代先輩はここでクロス先輩たちと一緒に暮らしてるんですか？
Yashiro Senpai, is this where you lived with Kurusu Senpai and the others? Okay, yeah, so she is wearing black hair ties for... I don't know. I don't know if that's an important detail or not. The disinfectant must have stung, but she was wincing.
暮らしてたんだよ。少し前まで。
I used to until a little while ago. Also, my whole hypothesis that Yamazoe was related to Aramura, I guess, was incorrect, because when Aramura saw Yamazoe on the phone, on Shinjo's phone, she didn't react any differently. So I'm glad that wasn't the direction they went. I used to until a little while ago.
じゃあ今は
Then where do you live now?
今は別の場所で一人で暮らしてる。
Now I live myself in another place.
一人暮らしですか？いいですね。
You live by yourself, huh? I'm jealous.
まあね。有村は
Yeah, I guess. What about you? I hadn't really meant anything by it, but that was just where the conversation was leading.
知りたいですか？
Do you really want to know?
あ、いや、言いたくないならいいんだけど。
Oh no, if you don't want to tell me, that's fine.
いいですよ、別にそれくらい。私は親戚の家で暮らしてます。実家ちょっと遠いので。
I don't mind. I live with some relatives and family lives kind of far away.
そうか。
Wonder what the reason behind that is and if it's going to become important later. I see. Chekhov's, my parents live far away. She was jealous of me living alone. Did that mean she wasn't getting along with her relatives?
あ、言っておきますけど、別に親戚の家でいじめられてるとか、そういう昭和のドラマみたいなことはないですから。
Just so you know, I'm not being abused by my relatives or anything like that, okay?
いえ、変に誤解されても嫌だなと思って。
No, I just didn't want you to get the wrong idea.
別に誤解なんてしてない。
I didn't.
やっぱり思ってたんですね。
So you did, huh? Right, she can tell if that's true or false. That's right, she had that power. Her knowing if I was telling the truth or not made things difficult.
でも
But it was probably difficult for Armor herself to know what someone was really thinking, whether she wanted to or not. That sort of explained how she acted at school. Unless she kept things on a superficial level, acting like a goofball and telling jokes, she'd know what everyone really felt and it would crush her.
はい、終わりました。先輩もどうぞ。
Okay, all done. Your turn, senpai.
うん。
Oh, okay. Since Armor seems to have finished, I sat down in a chair to take care of my own injuries. And at the same time, the door in the back softly opened.
誰？タクル？
Who's there? Takaru? Is that you? Oh no. I hope that Kurusu would be asleep. Well, originally I'd been coming here to talk to her about something important. After the pyrokinetics attack, I decided against it. If she saw me injured like this, she would have worried, so I planned to talk to her tomorrow instead.
何か音が聞こえるから気になって。こんな時間にどうし...
Heard a noise, so I came down to check. What are you doing here at this hour? And then she realized that there was another girl in the room.
有村さん？お邪魔してまーす。
Hi.
違うんだ、これは。
This isn't what it looks like. I was now on some kind of weird late night date with her, and then we got into a big fight where both of us got hurt. Before I could say something which would probably only make her more suspicious, Kurusu saw us both and went pale.
二人とも怪我してるじゃない。
You're both hurt.
これは。
This is... I knew this was coming. Her own injury hadn't healed yet, so I saw how worried she looked. It picked at my own hurt.
貸して。
Give those to me. Huh?
手当て必要なんでしょ。いいから貸しなさい。
You need someone to treat those injuries, right? Give me the medicine.
あ
So Crusoe grabbed the medicine I was carrying and started to patch me up.
いやいや、もう大丈夫っすよ。私はもう自分で。
No, we're fine. I already did it myself.
そんな適当な処置じゃダメ。後になったらどうするの。
You have to do it correctly. What if it leaves a scar behind?
でも
But
でもは聞きません。わかったわね。
no buts. Understood?
はい。
Okay. Crusoe's no-nonsense attitude was enough to overwhelm even Aramura. She sat still and let Crusoe do whatever she wanted. When she was finished, she started on me.
で、何があったの？
So, what happened?
ああ、それは
Wonder if she can recognize those injuries as burn marks. What was I supposed to tell her?
できるだけ驚かさないように伝えるべきなんだろうけれど。
I should probably try to find a way to say it that won't scare her. Delusion trigger?
私たち襲われたんです。
We were attacked.
ってストレートすぎるだろ有村。
That's way too blunt, Aramura. Aramura came straight out and told her while I was hesitating.
襲われた？
Attacked? I mean, honestly, this might be good because telling her this might be a good thing. Because if she understands that they can't actually leave the case will follow them, then there's no point in giving up on the case. Because no matter what, it's going to be there. So it's best to get the upper hand on it. Attacked?
はい。炎を操る力を持った女に。
Yeah, by a psychic with the power to control fire. Curse's expression started to cloud over.
だから有村、余計なこと言うなよ。
Don't act surprised. You're the one who told her to do that. Come on, Aramura, shut up. I glared at her, but Aramura just shook her head.
こういう時は変に隠すとかえって嘘っぽくなるんですよ、先輩。相手にも余計な心配をかけます。
At times like this, you try to hide things, it just makes it sound like you're lying, senpai, and that'll only make people worry more.
つうか、宮代先輩の嘘って私の能力なんかなくても分かりやすいですし。
And besides, even without my power, it's easy to tell when you're lying, Miyashiro senpai.
有村さんの言う通りだわ。ちゃんと話して。
Armor-san's right. Just tell me the truth, okay? I guess I didn't have a choice. I told Crusoe what just happened, carefully choosing my words so as not to scare her. While I spoke, I had flashbacks to the terror that I felt during the attack. My voice started to shake, but I couldn't help that.
ということで、理由は僕たちにもわからないんだ。でも、あの女は間違いなく僕たちを狙ってきた。
So we don't know why either. But she was definitely after us. Everything I said sounded unrealistic, even to me, but Crusoe intently listened to every word. She just sat there and listened.
宮代先輩。
Armor suddenly looked at me and spoke.
見えますか、それ。
Can you see that?
Huh?
Only then did I notice it. I'd been so busy talking that I hadn't noticed, but something had appeared in the corner of my eye.
これは
That's when I remembered the terror I felt during the attack. Had I brought this back as well? There's no mistaking it.
ディソード。
A D sword? Don't tell me it's fucking Karusu's. I whispered this words to myself and tried to visualize it more clearly. And then... Oh, it's just yours. The hazy, indistinct image began to take shape. I reached out my hand towards the bizarre object, but...
なんだこれ。どういうことだ。
What's going on? For some reason, I couldn't touch it.
タクル？何をしているの？
Takaru? What are you doing?
剣があるんだ、ここに。
There's a sword right there.
剣？
A sword?
やっぱり出せるようになったんですね。自分のディソード。
I figured you learned how to manifest your own D sword now, Armora said.
自分の
My own D sword?
はい。それが先輩のディソードですよ。
That's right. That's your D sword, senpai.
ディソード。
An illusory sword that can only be seen by those with the power to make the illusions real.
僕はやっぱり能力者なのか。
Then I'm a psychic after all?
だからずっと言ってるじゃないですか。そうだって。
That's what I've been telling you this whole time.
じゃあさっきの女、あれはやっぱり僕を。
That woman was after me?
だと思います。私を狙った可能性ももちろんありますけど。
I think so. Of course, it's also possible that she was after me, too. What I've been afraid of had become real. That woman. Her eyes. Her appearance. And her flames. The burn marks on our bodies told me that wasn't a dream, it was real. At this rate, I'd be killed, like the victims in Don't Look and Revolving Dead.
どうして
Why? Why was this happening to me?
有村さん。
Cruz has suddenly interrupted our conversation.
なんでしょう。
What is it?
あなたの知っていること全部私に教えて。
Can you tell me everything you know?
どうしてですか？
Huh? Why?
誰が何のためにこんな事件を起こしているのか調べるの。
I'm going to find out who's behind these murders and why they're doing this.
おい
What? Stunned, I lean closer to Caruso.
お前事件には関わるなってずっと言って。
You told me so many times to not get involved. I guess she realizes now that there's no escaping the case. You just gotta get ahead of it.
でももう遅いんでしょ。この先もタクルや有村さんが狙われるかもしれないのよね。
It's too late for that now. There's a chance it might come after the two of you.
クルス
I noticed earlier that something seemed a little off about Caruso. She told me so many times not to get involved in anything dangerous. I was sure when I told her what happened tonight, she would freak out. That's why even when I'd fled here, I still hadn't wanted to see her. But after I told her, instead of looking angry or raising her voice, her expression was firm and resolved.
ね、タクル。
Listen, Takaru.
セリカから聞いてるかもしれないけど、話しておきたいことがあるの。
Sorka may have told you, but there's something I want to talk to you about.
ああ
実は私、あなたに言ってないことがあって。
There's actually something I haven't told you.
言ってないこと
Something you haven't told me? I felt some pain in my heart. Her words reminded me of last time when I was told that my parents were murdered. Were parents psychics too, and then they got killed off? When I found out that the family rule at the Alba dorm that nobody kept secrets from each other didn't apply to me, just everyone else. Well, I thought his parents died during... Well, everyone else was earthquake orphan, so I guess he wasn't, right? So his parents died at a different time. But I just figured that they died at the same time. If that's the case, maybe her parents were actually, in the first victims of the first New Generation Madness. Maybe, oh, were all the victims of the first New Gen Madness also psychics / gigalomaniacs? Because we think about it. Who were the... Okay, well... It doesn't make sense, because in the Dokyun puzzle, it was just a bunch of Dokyuns. And I doubt they were gigalomaniacs. And one of them, it was, Yua's sibling, I think. No, it was Yua who died, but Yua's sibling took on Yua's identity. So yeah, it was Yua who died. I guess. I don't know if they were a gigalomaniac. I know you, a sibling, was. Who else? You had the man-child, you had the Dr. Numbskull, Dr. Takanashi or something. I don't know if they were gigalomaniacs. When I found out that I was the one person who's different from the rest of my family, and I knew Cruz remembered it too. She had almost brought herself to the verge of saying something, but her memories came back and stopped her. She kept opening and closing her mouth only to finally fall silent. I almost never saw her like this.
クルス、僕なら大丈夫だ。
Kursu, don't worry about me. I balled my hands tightly into fists as if I was trying to tell this to myself too.
今の僕はあの時とは違うよ。多分。だから聞かせてくれ。
I'm not the same person I was before, probably, so tell me.
タクル
Was I just imagining things, or did Cruz's eyes get a little wet? I couldn't bear to look at her, so I continued.
とにかく、その言ってないことってのを聞かないと、何が何だかわかんないだろ。
Anyway, I need to hear what it is that you haven't told me, otherwise I won't know what's going on.
そうね。そうよね。ごめんなさい。
You're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. And then she slowly started to speak. This is what she said.
今度の事件、私は無関係じゃないの。
I'm involved with this case too. Yeah, when you have Minamisawa Senri's phone number, I imagine you are. I never thought she would say something like that. Kursu is involved in the case? What does she even mean by that?
この前、あなたたちが忍び込んだっていう病院ね。
The hospital you snuck into before.
AH 東京総合病院。
AH Tokyo General Hospital?
ええ、その病院の地下のこと。私、前から知っていた。
Yes, that basement, I knew about it.
は？
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It was so sudden and surprising that I couldn't even follow it. The basement under AH Tokyo General Hospital? She knew about that terrifying place? Why? How?
昔、千里がね。
A long time ago, Senri. Senri was your friend.
南沢、千里のことよ。
I guess that's why she had the Senri's phone number, but weren't phones a recent invention enough to the point where Yamazoe didn't know how to use one?
南沢千里？
So she had to have obtained that contact info recently. I had to stop myself from reaching out and grabbing her by the shoulders.
どうして彼女？
How do you know about her?
それは、その、
That's because, well, Kursu paused and looked away, and then she showed me the phone in her hands.
これよ。
Because of this. There's a picture of her phone. There's a picture on her phone. A happy, smiling boy and two girls. The picture was old, but I recognized one of the girls as Kurusu and the boy as Kawahara-kun. There was also a girl with them who had very gloomy eyes. It was without a doubt the girl whose data had seen in the facility, the one called Minamisawa Senri.
そうか。思い出した。南沢って名前、どこかで聞いたことがあると思ったんだ。
That's right, I remember. I knew I'd heard the name before. It was during the culture festival. Kawahara-kun had said.
特に俺とあともう一人地震で死んじまったけど南沢ってやつはいつもクルスと一緒にいた 3人でよくつるんでたんだよ。
Oh, yeah, he did say that. Fuck, that's where I heard it. Especially me and one other girl. Her name was Minamisawa. She died in the earthquake. Before that, the three of us were always together.
川原くんが言ってた南沢って子が一緒だったって。
Kawahara-kun said you had a friend named Minamisawa.
そう。この写真を撮った頃の私たちはいつも一緒に遊んでいたのよ。
That's right, the three of us always used to play together. This photo was taken around that time. Minamisawa Senri, who had been subjected to those awful human experiments. Used to be Karusu's friend?
千里はね、毎週日曜日にあの病院に通っていたわ。
Senri used to go to that hospital once a week, every Sunday.
じゃあクルスは
Then you... The back of my throat had gone dry and hurt terribly.
クルスはあそこで何が行われていたのかも知ってたのか。
Then you knew what was going on there? Kurusu bit her lip and slowly nodded.
当時子供だった私にはどうしようもなかったの。それが悔しくて悲しくて。
I was just a child. There was nothing I could do. It was so unbelievably frustrating, and it made me so sad. Kurusu looked down. Her face was twisted with pain, as if she was being tortured. She was a girl with a strong sense of right and wrong. Knowing that her friend was being experimented on must have been terrible for her. Did Kurusu may go through the same trauma that I did?
でも今はもう子供じゃない。逃げるわけにはいかないわ。私も事件のことを知っておかなきゃいけない。
But I'm not a child anymore. I can't keep running away from it. I have to know the truth about what's going on.
そうじゃないと誰も守れない。
Otherwise, I can't protect anyone.
クルス。
有村さん、お願い。全部教えて。
Armor-san. Please, tell me everything. Was that really the right thing to do? I put Kurusu in danger before, and now I was sending her down a dangerous path again.
仕方ないですね。
I guess we don't have a choice.
待ってくれ有村。
Wait, Aramura. I tried to stop Aramura, but Kurusu cut me off.
ねえタクル、今日あなたたちに怪我をさせたのが誰なのかそれはわからないわ。けどまた襲ってくる可能性があるんでしょ。
Listen, Takaru, I don't know who hurt you two today, but they might come back, right? I think you do know.
何も知らないままじゃ私は何もしてあげられない。ただうろたえるだけで何もできない。そんなの嫌なのよ。
If I don't know what's going on, I can't do anything to help you. All I can do is be afraid and helpless. I don't want that.
だから全部聞かせて。
So tell me everything.
羨ましいですね。
I'm so jealous.
いえ、なんでもないです。で、クルス先輩に話しちゃってもいいんですか？
Man, I bet her ending is going to be all about her family stuff, so... Oh, it's nothing. So can I tell Kurusu-senpai? Yeah. I slowly nodded.
でも有村、クルスを巻き込む前に一つだけ聞いてもいいか。
But Aramura, before we get Kurusu involved, can I ask you one thing?
私にですか？
And that is...
僕はお前のことまだよくわからない。正直信じていいのかどうかも。
I don't really know much about you. Honestly, I don't know if I can really trust you.
なるほど。そうでしょうね。
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
でもなんていうか今は悪いやつじゃないような気がしてるんだ。だから聞いておきたいんだけど。
But right now, it doesn't seem like you're a bad person, so I want to ask you, what was she doing at the Love Hotel?
だから何をです？
Ask me what?
お前は少なくともその 僕らの敵じゃないんだよな。
If nothing else, you're not our enemy, right?
お前のせいで僕の大事な誰かが死んだりしないよな。
She sure didn't give a yes or no answer to that. No one I care about is going to die because of you, right? No yes or no answer. Armor thought for a moment as she looked at me and Kurisu in turn. And then...
まあさっきは宮代先輩に助けてもらいましたし、恩をあだで返すってのもどうかと思うんで誓っときます。
Well, you just saved my life back there, and I don't think it would be right to hurt you after that, so I swear it.
私のことは先輩たちの味方だと思ってて問題ないですよ。
I'm on your guys' side.
そっか。
Okay.
おっと、ただしベタベタ慣れ合ったりするのとか大嫌いなんで、その辺はよろしく。
Oh, but I hate it when people get clingy super friendly, so keep that in mind. She smiled a little. That was probably the first time I've ever seen her genuinely smile. And we're going to end the episode off there. Thanks for watching. There was a lot this time.